Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Progressive Podcast. Today is episode 2. I'm Ayden Jennings, your host, and my co-host
is Jacob Thompson.
And today's topic is school lunches. First question of the day, what do you think about the school lunches? Personally, I think their portions are way too small. I'd be eating a meal and I'm still hungry. Call me a big bag, but I'm still hungry.
Yeah, I definitely think some portions are too small in the hot lunch line, but I think the cold lunches are like good proportions for people.
I agree. The cold lunches are pretty good. They give you chips, fruit, and like 2 Uncrustables or like a sandwich is good. But I agree with the hot lunch lines, all of them. I mean, a slice of pizza for lunch, like I can eat 4 slices of pizza. 1 slice of pizza barely gets me through my next class.
Yeah, I mean, there are like the chicken sandwiches that come with fries and all that. I think, but like they're not a lot of fries, and the fries are really undercooked most of the time.
I feel that. And like even on some days where like the one day that really fills me up is that Walking Taco Tuesday. Oh my god, that's like great. I love that one. But like the ones where it's just like the rolled taquitos, like 2 of them, like I could eat half of a pack, At least like up the portions a little bit. And I understand they give you fruit, but fruit isn't like a thick thing on your stomach,
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't even eat the fruit too. I feel like most of it goes to waste.
I mean, I know. No, I'm not going to be a snitch or anything, but I know my friends like to grab the fruit and then just end up throwing it away because they make you grab it, so.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people definitely do that.
Mm-hmm. So, personally, in my opinion, I think maybe if there's a possibility, we can increase the portion size. Which brings me to the next topic of, like, the food. Let's be honest. I mean,
yeah.
For me, like, Monday is pretty good. Sometimes they switch it up and, like, stuff like that. But the rolled taquitos are just, like, they don't even really fill you up at that point. Like, and then Tuesday with the walking talking tacos, like, that's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. That's not too bad. And then just the other days, they all just have 2 small portions. Tuesday is really the only day I get to fill up, so.
I feel like the wings, too, they give you, like, 4 wings, and, like, even then, they have, like, no flavor.
Yeah, for being, like, wings of fire, it's basically just white boy chicken, so.
Yeah, I don't really taste any fire.
And, like, speaking of the white boy chicken, I mean, what about diversity? I mean, think about it. Our campus is predominantly Mexican. I mean, we got a lot of Mexicans that don't really eat the typical nasty food we have here.
Yeah, I feel like most people would just go to, like, Uncrustables because it's, like, the best thing that they have to offer.
Yeah, and that's, like, most of the time they're frozen, so, like, they could be considered weapons. So, yeah.
Or, like, they just go there for, like, the hot Cheetos that they hand out.
Yeah, and I get that. I think personally, in my opinion, I feel like they need to diversify the food. Maybe with some, like, when we had that gourmet stuff, like the street tacos, oh my god, those were so good. And then just stuff like that, even if it's just, like, every now and then we diversify the food, like, we get pasta or, like, stuff like that, that's really, like, specific to a certain culture,
Yeah,
maybe it's
like that would be a good thing.
Yeah, maybe we could have like Culture Food Friday or something like that.
Yeah, I think that would be like a good way to get different kinds of food so people aren't eating the same thing like every week or every day.
And I agree. And then let's talk about the lunch lines, like how slow some of them are. I mean, personally, the hot lunch line with the main section, not the pizzas or the burgers, as well as the cold lunch line are pretty fine. But the burgers and the pizza line takes you like 90% of your lunch just to go get it. And then when you get there, it's either burnt or like they don't have what you want.
Yeah, it's the same with the chicken sandwiches. Like if you get in the line late, there's like no more hot chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, and I totally get that. Maybe there's like, I know we already have a lot of staff working, but what's the possibility that, we could have pizza in the hot lunch line or double up on the burgers,
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely true. There's also have been some times where the main hot lunch line has ran out of food, and they've had to go get cold lunches.
Yeah, and I totally get that. I mean, I understand, like, we don't want to overproduce something, but at the same time, it's like we need to feed our students, That's the honest realization that I think we need to realize as this campus is a lot of us, especially this generation, we eat a lot. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I eat a lot. You eat a lot?
I don't really eat a lot.
Okay. So, anyways, besides the fact on you eating so much, what about drinks,
I feel like we should have a choice for like water. I know there's water fountains, but like if you want to have like water to drink with your lunch, I feel like they should offer like little tiny mini water bottles. That way you don't have to go and get a drink and then come back.
And not just that, but we also have to consider that people are lactose intolerant. Like,
Yeah.
not everybody can drink milk, and then that just basically gives you nothing to drink during lunch.
Yeah, or they would just have to bring something from home, like a water bottle.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I just feel like maybe school could offer something along the lines of, like, possibly juice, or, like, even for breakfast, even if it's just for breakfast, like some orange juice, a small little orange juice carton, or something like that, you know?
Yeah, or like if they're able to bring vending machines back somewhere where like they wouldn't get vandalized or anything, and people would be able to buy drinks.
And I know we have, like,
Gatorade or stuff.
really strict guidelines for, like, what we're allowed to bring for the
Yeah.
vending machines, but, like, at least let us have something compared to, like, having nothing.
Yeah, I feel like there should be like water or like Gatorade Zero or just something like other than milk that students would want.
Yeah, and then it would also kind of generate, like, a revenue as well, you know? So that could also help bring funding to the school, you know?
Yeah, it really could.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me again on this podcast. This is episode 2 of the Progressive Podcast. I am Ayden Jennings, and my co-host is,
Jacob Thompson.
and it was nice to talk to you all. We'll see you in episode 3.